Democrats are having a hard time trying to brainwash the public into thinking Trump wants to be king and that Elon Musk is acting like a president. Especially because Trump and Elon Musk are doing exactly what America has been asking for more than 70 years. It makes you wonder, if government corruption is being exposed, why are Democrats angry? Maybe they are angry because they are part of the corruption. Now, let me make it clear. I'm not Republican, and even though I come from a blue state, I am not a Democrat. I dislike all political parties, and I believe we should do away with all these parasites. But the Democratic Party has gone too far. They have aligned themselves perfectly with the deep state. And this is why Democrats are angry. Trump is trying to destroy the deep state, and Democrats are trying to defend this corrupt group of bureaucrats. Makes you wonder why. Maybe it's because the deep state has been funneling money to Democrats in order to have Democrats comply with deep state agendas, like the globalist agenda. The Democratic Party has been using the powers of the state to promote social engineering agendas against the Dominican Republic. Like whenever you hear a Black American trying to say that Dominicans are not Black, or that Dominicans are trying to say that they are not Black, it's actually an agenda that has been pushed by the liberals and the Democratic Party in order to fuse Haiti, a Black state, with the Dominican Republic, a mixed race Latino state. Not all Black Americans fall for this low-level consciousness agenda from the Democratic Party. Anyone with a formal education knows that Dominicans are a mixed race of mulattoes and cannot be defined as a white or Black race. They're mixed, they're mulattoes. Democrats have been preying on Black people for decades using the race card to divide America. We all know this. In their efforts overseas, however, they've been pushing this agenda that Dominicans are Black through disinformation campaigns, such as going as far as creating false ancestry DNA studies showing Dominicans as 45% African. Don't be fooled. Dominicans know their history very well. Dominicans have African ancestry in their DNA. We know that. However, this is not our only ancestry. We are the most mixed race in the world, with ancestry DNA from the Middle East, Europe, Asia, and Africa. This is why saying Dominicans are Black is totally erroneous, and no serious academic circle considers the Dominican Republic a Black state. Democrats had an agenda against the Dominican Republic, and Dominicans living in America voted against that agenda. 90% of Dominicans living in America voted for the Republican Party. And we will keep voting for the Republican Party as long as the Republican Party supports and respects our sovereignty. Democrats were promoting their woke agenda in all Latin America. In the Dominican Republic, however, they even tried to erase the scientific fact that Dominicans still have native Taino blood running through their veins. What Democrats have been doing in Latin America has been recently revealed through USAID, the USAID scandal. Democrats used USAID to fund human trafficking into the Dominican Republic by forcing the Dominican Republic to absorb the consequence of the Haitian government's failure to sustain government due to Haitian elite corruption. Democrats were actually paying Haitians to come across the border into the Dominican Republic in order to fulfill their globalist agenda. And Marco Rubio, who is now the Secretary of State, highlighted this Democrat covert operation against the Dominican Republic on his page, as he warned the Dominican president that Democrats were using the powers of the state to enforce illegal human trafficking into the Dominican Republic. While Democrats were creating an insurrection in the Dominican Republic, they were engaged in a PSYOPs operation against the Dominicans at home and abroad. Since Haiti is a Black state, Democrats wanted to pressure Dominicans into thinking we are a black state. The psychoanalysts at the CIA figured if we can make Dominicans think they are black, they will be more receptive to the idea that they should fuse with Haitians. But Haitians love their culture and would love to preserve their cultural identity, and Dominicans love their culture and would like to preserve their culture. So Democrats are a danger to the world. Just think, these people want men to play in women's sports. They are so diabolical that they lost the election because of their push on social engineering agendas, and they are still attempting to defend men playing in women's sports. So I tell you the truth, any Dominican that votes for Democrats are voting against Dominicans back home. And don't get me wrong, tomorrow the Republican Party could become the enemies of the Dominican Republic. But in this moment in time, Democrats are a threat to Dominican national security and well-being. I come from one of the most blue states in America, and Dominicans nearly turned New York into a red state. They did this because Dominicans love their culture. They love their culture. They love their country. And to see how the Democrats were abusing their power, and they were using the power of the state to create an insurrection on Dominican soil by using nonprofits to falsify birth certificates and give them to the Haitian community. That's some crazy stuff. That's like foreigners coming into America and you falsifying birth certificates to make the foreigners look like they were born in America. That's some crazy stuff. That's what the Democrats were doing in the Dominican Republic, using funds with USAID.